Hey YouTube, how's everyone doing today? Happy Monday. It is February and I am back, Pop Culture Fandom, and I'm back with another video. And as promised, this time I am showing you all my movie collection. I actually have a mix of DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks. And I am rapidly running out of room. As you can see, this is a small, not too big of a space. That's like a shelf that's on top of where my room is. So I think I have so far 250 movies, going towards 300. So the majority of my movies, I just started collecting. The majority of them are DVDs. I started collecting DVDs way back in the early 2000s when VHS cassettes were going out. And I recently just started to switch to Blu-ray and 4K. And I was thinking about upgrading my DVD collection to 4K and Blu-ray. But then I decided to, just upgrade a few of them and not the whole collection, because I have way too many DVDs. And it would be a complete waste of money to buy all these movies again. Plus, every time I replace one, I have to figure out what am I going to do with the DVD. So I just decided to, with every new movie I buy, I'm going to just buy it on Blu-ray or 4K and keep my DVDs and not upgrade any more of them. So I do have some mini posters that I made up here. They're all in I have other ones too that are all over the place, but I have one of Charlie's Angels that I made and I printed out. I printed the image out and added the words to it. I have a Big Bang. This is a cover to the 2019 calendar that I had. I just decided to put it up here as a display, as a photo. So I think it looks nice. And there's my girl Raven Simone from That's So Raven. I love her. She's one of my favorites, and of course That's So Raven is one of my favorite Disney shows. So I printed that out, and I added the words, "It's the future I can see," and I put her name there. So that's my girl. And there's a mini poster of Taylor Scout Compton. She is an actress that was in Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2. She's also known as a Scream Queen, so she's been in a lot of horror movies. And again, this is a mini poster of Raven's home with the original cast. The cast members have changed with the new season, so it's on Disney Plus, and it's just as good as That's So Raven, the original show. Here I have a mask that came with one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. Down here, I have the book, The Da Vinci Code. Very, very good book. The book is good. The movie is good too. The book is even better than the movie. So if you have not seen the movie, watch the movie. If you have not read this book, it's very thought-provoking. It will really have you thinking, like, could this actually be true? I have this That's So Raven trivia quiz book that I showed you guys before in a previous video. Here I have one of my tickets that I went to the movies, like, I think it was back in 2020, right before the pandemic started. It was like, February 15th, which was one of the last movies I saw before the pandemic. I have a Hunger Games bracelet. This is a Venom comic book that I got from AMC Theaters. It's a collector's comic that I got when I went to see the movie. This is another book, The Inferno by Dan Brown, who also wrote The Da Vinci Code. So this is actually, I think this is a sequel to The Da Vinci Code. I think this one came first, then The Da Vinci Code second. But the movie actually was released, The Da Vinci Code was released first, and then this movie was released second. Here's a picture of one of my other favorite actresses, Emily Browning. She's an Australian actress. Another one of my favorites. Love her. And here's another photo of her that I actually got printed out and I downloaded from online. Here's another mini poster of the movie The Rings that I custom made with the actors Alex Rowe and Matilda Lutz. It's another good movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's the third movie in the Rings trilogy. And this is a mini poster of the TV series Mike and Molly. So funny. It is so hilarious. It is on HBO Max. It is right up there. It's like one of the best comedies on television that ever was. It's so funny. You guys have to watch this show and check it out. It is on HBO Max. It is so funny. It will have you laughing from beginning to end. Trust me, all 6 seasons are hilarious and so great. And this is the movies. These are the movies. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And I'm going to try to go through as many of them as I can. I'm trying to hold the phone and actually show these off too. So the first movie I have on this side is the movie Groundhog Day. Very good comedy. The movie Crawl, which is also good. Mrs. Doubtfire, a classic Robin Williams film. Anyone who has seen this film knows it's one of his best. The movie Unhinged, a very good psychological thriller. Check it out. It will have you going, what in the world is wrong with this man? Terminator 2, this is a classic. Love this movie. I actually do like this one better than the first one. It is the best in the collection for sure. Marvel Cinematic movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. You have to be a Marvel fan to love these movies. I love my superheroes. The Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Did not think I would actually like this movie. I think I saw it for the first time on I think Prime Video, and I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite actresses that I just mentioned before, Emily Browning. She is in it. And of course, the hilarious Jim Carrey is in it. Very funny. This is a 3-film collection. Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat Legacy, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, based off the video games. Robin Hood, Men in Tights, directed by Mel Brooks. Very funny movie. It's a spoof on Robin Hood. Again, it will have you laughing. Another one. Another Marvel movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Joy. I love this movie. Jennifer Lawrence is one of my favorite actresses. I love her so much. She's so good in everything. I fell in love with her when I first saw her in The Hunger Games. She's awesome in all those movies. She's awesome in this movie, Joy. She's also awesome in a movie that you'll probably see later, Silver Linings Playbook. So Jennifer Lawrence and Robert De Niro and Bradley Cooper. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, another movie from the 90s that I absolutely love. Christy Swanson is great in this movie. I know everyone likes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, but this is the original Buffy. This is the original. Don't let anyone tell you that it was Sarah, because it was Christy. Child's Play, Chucky, the first one. I don't have the second or third ones yet, but I will get them. V for Vendetta, another good post-apocalyptic movie of an alternate future. This is the End, one of the funniest movies to ever come out. I think it came out in 2011. So funny. It is definitely a wow comedy. So if you love to laugh, and it can be offensive if you're offended by certain things. So Brahms, The Boy 2. I do have the first one also. Another good psychological horror movie. Venom with Tom Hardy, based on the comic book character and villain. Man of Steel, which is Superman movie. Suicide Squad, the extended cut. Resident Evil, the final chapter, which is the last movie in the franchise. Not as good as the other four, but still okay. Wayne's World, one of my all-time favorite films from the 90s. Power Rangers, the movie, which was the 2017 reboot. Very good. I've always been a Power Rangers fan. The Day After Tomorrow, a good disaster film. If you have not seen it, very well done. The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, which is the fourth movie in the Hunger Games franchise. Again, Jennifer Lawrence is so amazing in this whole series. Black Widow, another Marvel movie, MCU film, based on the comic. Terminator Genesis, one of the Terminator movies, not well received as the first two, but still good. I liked it. Virtuosity, one of my favorite movies from the 90s with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. I, Robot with Will Smith. The Sandlot, another good film that I love from my childhood. Used to watch this movie all the time in the 90s. It's a coming-of-age story and about this team of kids who play baseball. And very good. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, great action movie. Wayne's World 2, which is the sequel to the first one, even funnier than the first film. My Cousin Vinny, another good one from the 90s. Joe Pesci is so good. If you loved him in Home Alone, you will love him in this movie. And Marissa Tomei, she did such an awesome job. She actually won an Academy Award, I think, for her role in this movie. Very well done. Source Code, another good movie. I just recently upgraded this movie from DVD to Blu-ray. It's a great sci-fi film. Don't Judge Me, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. You know what? I never really watched Dora the Explorer, the Nickelodeon series, but this is actually a very entertaining film. And Isabella Moner plays Dora. And she became one of my favorite actresses when I saw her in the movie Transformers, one of the Transformers movies. And she absolutely just steals this role. She is perfect as Dora. And they bring Dora the Explorer to life in this film. So even if you haven't seen the Nickelodeon show, watch this movie. It's very entertaining. Wonder Woman, 1984. A lot of people hate this movie. It gets a lot of bad reviews, but it wasn't as bad as everyone made this movie out to be, I don't think. I think it was still good. Mortal Kombat, the reboot, very good. I still have a special place in my heart for the original one, but this was a very good reboot. Can't wait to see the sequel. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm a big Sonic fan. I grew up playing Sega Genesis. I love the first three games, and I've always been a big Sonic fan, so I love this movie. This is actually a very good sequel to the first one. And then this is the original, Sonic the Hedgehog, the first film. Very well done for a first movie. Glad they redesigned Sonic, made him look a lot better. The Strangers, Pray at Night. This is a sequel to the movie The Strangers. It's a horror film. This one I didn't like as good as the original, but it was still good, but not as good as the original. The original one is a lot more suspenseful, a lot more scarier. Scream, the new one that came out in what was it, 2000, whatever, the new Scream that came out. Very good. They did a great job with this one. Cannot wait for Scream 6 coming out next month. I'm a huge Scream fan. I love these movies. Thor Love and Thunder. This movie didn't get good reviews. It's good. There are some bad parts to it. It's not perfect. So it got a lot of mixed reviews from people, but still, it's a good action film. Transformers: The Last Night. This is another movie, part of the Transformers franchise that didn't really get a lot of people's attention, but I liked it. The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. This movie for me was just too silly, too over the top, too comedic. I still liked it though. That's why I bought it, even though it was too comedic. But I like my superhero movies, guys, a little bit more serious and not too comic-y, too funny. Malignant. This is a very good horror film. It has a twist that you will absolutely not see coming. This is a must watch. If you love horror, if you love slashers, if you love disturbing, this will get you. You'll be like, what in the world? Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which is the second film in the Venom 2-part movie. This is the second one. Not bad. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I do not have the first 3 Indiana Jones films. Temple of Doom is the only one I liked. Did not like the other ones. Tried watching them, and they were just boring to me. This is the only one that was entertaining. So it's the only one I have. The Batman. I love, like I said, I love my superheroes. This is a very well done film. Dark, gritty, realistic. If you love Batman, you're a comic book fan, this is a must watch. Birds of Prey, with that long title, and my girl Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. She does a great job in this movie. She just steals the show. She's so awesome in it, and look at that cover. It's all sparkly and glittery. I love all these movies with slipcovers, by the way. Spider-Man No Way Home, one of the best superhero movies of all time. Orphan, First Kill, very well done. Actually a prequel / sequel to the original Orphan. This one also has a twist in it. And Isabelle is a great actress. 2018's Halloween, awesome reboot. The Ring in this gorgeous, look at this slipcover. It looks like a VHS tape. You can't even tell that's a disc. It actually looks like a tape. I had to double dip. I bought this movie again. I actually bought this movie twice before. But this slipcover, it doesn't even look, it's a steelbook. It doesn't even look like a disc, right? Yeah, look at that. Another great movie. If you have not seen The Ring. Another one of my slipcover movies. Mission Impossible. Rogue Nation. Sorry. Another Mission Impossible. Fallout. Another great action movie. It's so hard to put these back. Woo! The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 on 4K. The Hunger Games Catching Fire on 4K. The Hunger Games on 4K. I upgraded all these movies to 4K, and then I gave my neighbor the DVDs. Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters on 4K. Very good movie. One of my favorites, Ghostbusters Afterlife, a very good continuation to the Ghostbusters franchise. Can't wait for the new one coming out. Space Jam, this movie is one of my favorites from the 90s. Used to watch this movie all the time on VHS. Wore it out. And I also had the soundtrack CD. Played it all the time. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. This is a reboot of the Resident Evil movie franchise. it was okay. It wasn't the best, but I'm a Resident Evil fan, so regardless of whether it's good or bad, I still bought it and I still liked it. Halloween Kills, which is the second film in the new Halloween trilogy. I like this movie. I thought it was a great continuation. I don't have Halloween Ends yet, but I will get it, even though I didn't like it as much as the first two. Beetlejuice, another great film starring Michael Keaton. Smile. This movie, I don't know what to say. It's so good. It's scary, it's creepy, it's disturbing. Trust me when I say, yeah, you will not look at Smiles the same way again after you see this film. You're going to be like, it's messed up, it's twisted, it's such a great horror movie. Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger on 4K. Looks pretty good on 4K. Used to actually have it on VHS tape. Getting a little tight in here. Gemini Man with Will Smith. Didn't think I would like that movie as much as I did. And the last one in this row is the new Scream Steelbook, I think, that I put a review on. This is Scream 2. So the new Scream 2 Steelbook. I upgraded this from DVD and I bought the Steelbook. So I'm gonna have to take these these slips off because they're getting in the way. Okay. Whew, and that is the first row. I am a little exhausted. I will be doing the second row soon. So, and then I'll be moving on to the third row. And then I'll be moving on to the last and fourth and final row, guys. It's a lot to do, so I'm breaking these videos up into sections. So this is the first row of my DVD collection. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video. I can use all the support I can get, and I will see you guys next time for the second row of my movie collection. Peace.